there we go. I was about to say, it's not getting captured. One of these kinds of games. Alright. Can't go back to where we came. Arrow pointing this way, and the door does open. It's too easy. Yeah, close it. Close it. It's too easy. Heavy wooden doors leading out of the monastery. Refuse to budge, and they are not locked. They've been barred from the outside. Okay. Cannot interact with this tapestry. But it is old-timey and satisfying. Get some D&D to play. Yeah, I'm not in any D&D games right now, but I am in a Shadowrun game, which we'll be playing on Tuesday, actually. That gives me a chance to recover on Sunday, be pretty much back to normal on Monday, and play the gamey games on Tuesday. In fact, barring any surprises, I plan on streaming Monday. Barring any unfortunate surprises. Just the mess hall. Got some tasty beers. And a knife. Can I get it? Yes, an old knife. Can I stab a motherfucker? A very colorful torch. A note. Some mealworms. Leeches, again. Maggots. Silkworm larvae. Night crawlers, and black soil. Dish are you making here, homie? Meat. You slice into the grub. A jet of warm hemolymph bathes your wrist. I guess hemolymph is just blood. The grub attempts to grasp your fingers. You continue cutting until there's only viscera. In the ruins of the grub's body is a faded metal key. Look at that. Like how it tried to bite back at us. It is the infirmary key. Excellent. Welcome back, Nitro. I'm holding the line. Because love isn't always on time. Also, I'm approaching the part when I start to get a little bit tired, but I'm energetic because I like streaming and like this is an enjoyable, passionate thing for me to do. So I start like saying weird shit. For once. Have we already seen this? Oh, this is still indoors, okay. Oh, library. Still this ongoing theme of leeches and blood and muscle and like flesh beasts. Heavy tome is marked in several places. So, on her wings rode fury and venom and violent, irreparable change. The sky shivered with her birth, and the horizon was pregnant with the mounds of her children. No, I haven't read the Bible in about 20 plus years. But I don't think that's part of the story. Clearly, that was one of the Harry Potter books. That's definitely it. Nothing else to be clicked here, as far as I can tell. Not a huge fan of the tank controls. Holy text. A hive queen swelling to an impossible size. Old mountains hollowed out by drones and filled with larvae. And it reminds me of the second game we played from the previous collection. The Leech City. erratic scrawling. The words skin and shred and drink and writhe are repeated many times. Cicadas hooking their claws into the barks of trees and ripping themselves out of old carapaces. Description is mellifluous, borderline pornographic. Yeah, I can see that. It's clearly the fault of the cicadas for being too goddamn sexy. Sinful, even. Parasites burrowing into the organs of soft mammals and the glorious jubilation of their feeding. Yeah, lots of that. That tracks with other things we've been exposed to tonight. So this was just a lore room. I don't think any functional things, but some good tasty lore. Should probably check every tapestry, make sure I'm not missing anything. And of course we can go outside. And in fact, oh wait, hold on. Oh. So we have a few doors to check. They're moving. They're all moving. Before I investigate that hot mess. Medical diagrams, surgical illustrations, hybridization of living creatures through surgical means. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. You can kind of see, like, goat people and pig people. I think they're all the same thereabouts, yeah. Some sheep people. All indoctrinations hitherto successful. Stability of brother service questionable. Other outstanding concerns. Halfway metamorphosis, all ideal, barring those weak souls we put down. She looks upon us with great favor. Ours will be triumph for her arrival. Some weird cult monastery shit, man. This is like the monastery in Diablo 2, where by the time you happen upon it, it's been like deeply corrupted and like bastardized. This is like that, but we're getting into the nitty gritty. Like in Diablo 2, when the monastery gets corrupted, all of like the monastery women just like are naked. Like, and like corruption means everyone is sexy and naked. This is like, oh no, it's not sexy. It's just meat and blood and sacrifice. Surgical implements. Poorly maintained. Everyone is completely drenched in thin, runny red fluid. I wonder if it's blood. Might be blood. Among them is a slender glass knife of exquisite make. I take the knife. This is knife number 2. I'm growing a collection. Surgical illustrations depicting people who have undergone physiological metamorphoses. Yeah? Yeah, it sure be that way. Alright, well, Sorry, boys, I gotta do this. This is the infirmary, filled with hanging chrysalides. Now, a chrysalis is the word for, like, cocoon, right? That's like what's it called? You know, what's it called? Like, what's before a butterfly? My brain is not working very well tonight. Caterpillar, like, that is cocoonified itself. I think that's called a chrysalis. So these are like meat chrysalides, maybe. Chrysalides. Chrysalides. They throb and pulse with shifting, changing, growing life apart from one exception. They are fragile, so near to the end of their metamorphosis. You dare not move too near, so we can't cut them open. Okay, I was thinking maybe we would slice and or dice. We do neither. It looks like one of them has popped recently, maybe. I cannot get too close. But one of them walks amongst us, perhaps. So anyway, so basically we used this key to enter this room, and this room gave us a second, perhaps more potent knife. Cutting implement. Knife collection simulator. It's locked. This one. This door is seething. Flatten your hands to the wood and feel a deep shuddering. Some cruel energy enervating. I love this game's writing. Holy shit. The material in the palm of your hands. There's no knob or handle. At the center of the door is a metal panel with 3 thin slots. Okay. Progress. Chapel. I need to check the signs. The garden. It's outside. Alright, so. We've done a full lap? Not actually, probably not yet. I have an inventory or anything? I do not. Library. No, wait, we were in a library earlier, but not the library. Alright. Dormitory. Uh-oh. An odd compulsion. Drop to one knee and begin panting. Your vision clouds over. It feels like termites are crawling across the surface of your eyes. You go blind for but a moment. Then the sensation passes. You stand and catch your breath. I will say, I'm glad I gave part 2 a chance. Collection number 2, because this is kind of my shit. I kind of really like this, like, spooky, not even spooky, just like ominous, unsettling writing. There's really not much visually happening, but I like the description. I like the writing. It's very Eternal Darkness in some ways, at least. Definitely with the writing style. Mother's coming to visit. Haven't seen her in a long time. I bet it's not a human mother. I bet it's some kind of demon mother creature. Looks like these are all openable. I wish I could, like, look down. Funky Town. Oh, I can't open it. Yeah. I think it's locked. I think I just heard a certain little... Yeah, most of these are locked, it seems. I see nothing. I'm hoping it'll be super obvious if there is anything in any of these. Some of these people are smart and lock their shit. I'll just give no shits. Like how none of them have blankets. You ever just sleep on a mattress that is a flat blob with no blankets or warmth or comfort? With a sad pillow? Nothing in here. That's a little bit surprising, although it was unlocked, so I guess there's like a little bit of lore. That one note that we saw. Maybe if we find more treasure, more keys to unlock things, come back in here and try these items that are locked. I'd be down to try it. So that's the one that's the library, which is locked currently. This is a dead end, as far as I can tell. We have at least 2 outdoor areas to check out. That is very elaborate. I like it. It's cool. Here's the beginning. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, what? Apart from the outside, you can hear thunder along with a harsh, distant hum like the droning of wasps. We didn't get that bit of detail previously. That's the garden, yeah. So, I think this is back at the beginning, but we got extra detail when we tried to open the door. So, there's the garden, which we know about, or that particular garden entrance. Refectory. Yeah, we've been in here. This is where you well, I know of the verb refactor. I'm not sure about refactoring. I don't know what that word means. Scriptorium. So this isn't the library. This is like library light. It's where you write scripts, I suppose. Okay, so let's go to that garden then. This is the first garden that we see, so I bet it's the intended one, more or less. And for a pregnant pause as I put Cheez-Its into my mouth. Oh, there we go. Some fresh air will do us good. Maybe. I mean, I'm starting to wonder if there's anything good in this game. Got an area over there. Little dirt path. Come this way. See this shit? Oh, some graves. Any chance? Brother Lumbricus. Almost like the word lumber, which is these are made out of. Sister Periplana. No inscription on this one, and it has been filled. With a caliform. Okay. Is this the demon mother? Statue of hate, mother of the hive, goddess of fury, plague, wings, death, and stinging insects. So cicadas and like that kind of insect are, I guess, what is sacred, not leeches. Well, maybe leeches. Yo, I was actually thinking that earlier, D-Man, when I saw like brother and sister. Like I was thinking of Brother Luther. Earlier when we were playing the very first game from the first series, the Haunted City series, there's a part where you can choose to kill a murderer, a blasphemer, or a lecher, and I chose the murderer to kill. And when I did it, I was like, a murder most foul, and I was like, oh, if D-Man were here, he would get that reference. D-Man's my Eternal Darkness guy. Wings are crafted from shards of fine red crystal or glass. Can I break them? I cannot. Alright, anyway. So that is it for this one. I think that as we approach that statue, it... Oh, I guess the cricketing is all around. So I'm guessing this is just the opposite end, then. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else out here. Pretty convenient that there's a few things of note, but nothing to interact with, supposedly. Eternal darkness, 4 death. 5 death. I mentioned earlier when I took the most recent BRB to take the dog out, use the restroom, and get some food, all that jazz. I put on some Porcupine Tree, and I've been very excited about Porcupine Tree lately. Getting back together to release an album and to tour this year and next year. Well, I guess specifically tour next year, which is very exciting. Their first tour in 12 years, I think. Well, about 12 years, maybe a little bit less. But over 10 years, it's very exciting. People who have been fans of the band just assume that the band was, like, you know, gone forever. But it's cool that they decided to reform for at least one album and a tour. That's pretty cool. I hope they you know, stick to it and make more music, because I like that band a lot. And I was listening to it in Absentia a lot, my favorite album of theirs, because it had a super deluxe kind of re-release, remaster, and a bunch of bonus tracks and demos and B-sides, that kind of stuff. So I like diving into that kind of shit. And earlier, when I entered this realm in this outside area, I was like, some fresh air will do us good. And I reminded myself, kind of by accident, of a song that's kind of been fucking me up a little bit. It's a song called Heart Attack and a Lay-By. And I like the song, and I've always liked it, but I never really, like, listened to the lyrics. And when I listened to this remastered version, when I got the updated version of the album, I, like, really listened to that song. Because I liked the tune, but I never really listened to the lyrics. And it's about this dude who's, like, dying, basically. Like, he doesn't know that he's dying. The story of the song is that he pulls over in, I think it's a British term, a lay-by. It's pretty much what we in the States have as, like a turnabout lane, or, like if you're on, like, a one-way road. How do I describe this? If you're on, like, a one-way road, and and you're like, oh, fuck, I missed my turn. I need to, like, turn all the way around to get back to where I want to go to. Sometimes there are these, like, turnaround lanes in, like, some neighborhoods that give you, like, convenient ways to, like, just go, like, kind of go, and get back onto, like, the opposite side without having to, like, do that awkward, let me hit a stop sign and try to pull a UE, like, that kind of thing. I think that's what the UK calls a lay-by. I think it's like a little side route. So he's, like, driving along, and he starts to feel unwell, and he pulls over into this lay-by, and he's, like, lying to himself in the song's lyrics. Still don't have all the pieces for this guy. He's talking about how, like, I just need some fresh air. I'll just light up a smoke, or I'll put on some music. I just need to clear my head. I've been working too hard. And, like, towards the end of the song, the lyrics kind of shift a little bit into, like, man, I should have been nicer to her. And it's like, he starts to have, like, regrets. Like, oh man, we're gonna grow old together. And, like, we're gonna get past this. Like, the implication is that he's had an argument with somebody, with a lover or a friend or something, and he's, like, trying to, like, he's, like, in denial about it. He's like, I still have time to fix this. And he's talking about, like, the lyrics are like, it's getting hard to breathe now, I don't feel so good. It's, like, even just talking about it, man, like, the song kind of fucks me up, because it hits, like, a certain part of my anxiety that I sometimes worry about. I guess it's that time of the night where I'm getting personal. It's like, I don't have a lot of anxieties or, like, panicky thoughts about a lot of things, but that's one thing that, like, hits really deep, the idea, like, because I lean on this a lot, the idea that there's always more time to, you know, work on things, there's always time to improve myself, that kind of deal. But yeah, like, that song, man, when I really listen to the lyrics, it's like, whew, dude, this shit is heavy, like, it really cuts deep. So, when I heard myself inadvertently reference one of the lyrics to it, it like smacked me in the face, and I was like, oh, right, that exists. Holy hell. That song exists, and it's very good, but, like, man, I have to make sure I'm in the right state of mind when I listen to it, because I don't want it to, like, just put me into this distressed, horrible state of melancholy. It's a song of good songwriting, or the sign of good songwriting, in my opinion, like a song that does some really interesting things lyrically. Like, I think it's it's not like a song where I'm dying and I'm sad. It's like there's all these layers to how the song kind of tells the story. And I like shit like that. I like when a song has, like, you listen to it and you're like, yeah, I kind of get what this is going at. Then you, like, really listen to the lyrics. You really kind of take it in, and you go, holy fuck. Like, that has a lot. This is a lot. And, yeah, I don't know. It's in my mind. Like, it's one of those things where you listen to it. The sign of good art, right? Like, you listen to it, and you're like, man, I can't hear this the same way ever again. Like, that's forever changed my outlook on this piece of art or this song, what have you. So, some good shit. I like that band a lot, and I like that song. I think Stephen Wilson does a good job of writing music like that. That, like, yeah, the song's cool, has a nice melody, or, like, sounds sad even, but, like, yeah, you kind of delve further, and you kind of, like, unlock the depths of just how like, awful it is, more or less. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird how that stuff just kind of sticks with you sometimes. Anyway, this is a good backdrop for me just yammering, because I will confess to you, dear viewer, I think I might be running out of ideas. Every time I see this panel on the wall almost catches my eye. It is morning now. Yeah, kind of almost is. It is in some areas. I mean, it's 3:30 a.m. Time for your daily dick smashing, Alex. 3:30 a.m. I guess the meme is it's 4 o'clock p.m. Time for your daily dick smashing. Going on tangents. Yeah, when you're lost in a video game, that's the best time to do it. Let's check the pillows, by the way. I guess I didn't check pillows earlier. I checked end tables, I checked treasure chests, but no pillows. Time to hit the sack. Speaking of balls flattening, sack flattening. I'm sorry, dumb joke. Thank you, Elgas, for hanging out with us, bud. Thank you for the multiple shoutouts for our friends. For the multiple streamer friends who hit us up throughout the night. Have a good night, my friend. An undead Anthony. Yeah, an undead Anthony lad wielding his bastard sword. Barely able to hoist it with 2 hands. So we know we've hit the right zone. I mean, that isn't a monastery, so, I mean, you know, one of them deals. There's so much I could, like, just peer down into these treasure chests that I can open but not interact with. Oh, paper. Brother Lumbricus. His change came but was inadequate. Given no weapons with which to carry out her will, his soul must have been weak, and yet he always seemed so devout. I began to fear for my own change. This metamorphosis, to think that I too might become something weak, something crawling and helpless. I can only pray she will deem me worthy. I have worked so very hard. And it's good writing. I'm afraid of these implications, but good ass writing. We need to go head back outside, maybe. Maybe there's something else with the graves to investigate. Back to the garden. Do we have a run button? No, we do not. I bet there's something in the grave, or near one of the graves, that might be of assistance. I'm checking the tapestries. I keep thinking, like, we have knives. Can I just cut the tapestries, see if there's anything behind them? It's a video game, so that's how it works, right? You see a fabric, I slice it with a weapon and fuck it up. So... can I click around that unmarked grave? Here's Lumbricus. I'm sorry, the lumber part is what comes to mind. Nothing in the grave itself. Okay, well, I thought I had an idea. Maybe there was, like, something nearby. They talked about no tools. Maybe there were tools that he was buried with. Maybe, I don't know. Brother of wood, yeah. Yeah, Lumbricus. I'm just thinking, like, lumber. Hey, it's wood. Bada bing. Hey, forget about it. Yeah, that's where my brain went. Right into the silly zone. Red crystal or glass. I keep thinking, like, can I break these cuffs? But then I'm reminded I can't break these cuffs. Blizzard 6 Democrats, yeah, it's only 3:30 where I'm at, here in Central Standard. Or Central something. It's not Standard anymore, it's Central Daylight Time, CDT. Not CBT. I had the pleasure of defining for Grace, my girlfriend, what CBT means, because I made it. I think we drove by a CBD shop. We were going out to lunch like I guess it would have been dinner a couple nights ago, and we drove by a CBD shop, and I jokingly called it a CBT shop. She's like, "What's CBT?" And I was like, "Oh right, she is a precious angel, uncorrupted by the internet." Like, oh, you sweet summer child. She hasn't been corrupted by those memes, so. Tuck and bull torture Dr. Freeman. Oh, there is a thing in there. Oh, shit. How did I miss that? Because it's impossible to see. And I can't click it. I want it. Give me, please. Please. I want it. No, open. Says me. Please. How do I click the thing? Oh, I wish I could Oh, because you can't even see it from that angle, dude. Oh my god. That is silly. I don't know why, like... There's gotta be like a look down option, right? Mouse wheel. Number pad. W, A, S, A, D. Space. God damn it. There's gotta be, like, how do you pick this up, dude? Q, E, F, enter. Maybe it's voice command. Player, pick up. I command. Key, acquire. God damn it. How do you, dear viewer at home, how do you pick up keys from your treasure chests? Do you attach a magnet to a stick and lower it down? Do you use your mind to levitate it? Do you metamorphosize an extra forbidden limb and suck it into your jowls? This is the opposite of not annoying. Man, and I like so much of this game. But goddammit. This is infuriating. Do I seriously just need... Like, what do I do? What do I do? I can't click it. I'm so sad. Maybe my resolution is hacked? Yeah, I need one of those little, like, grabbies, like the thing that, you know, the meme with a T-Rex holding two of the little grabby claws, and he's like, I'm unstoppable. I need one of those things right now. I need the grabby hands. Legit. I wonder if I'm messing up the game by playing on a resolution that it doesn't expect. Like, maybe I'm the problem. Is there a jump? There's no jump. Crouch. C. Control. B. God damn it. What do you do? Tab? Caps lock? I don't fucking... Streamer in shambles. Unable to pick up key. Loses actual mind. Pisses on pants. And weeps uncontrollably. Am I gonna have to look up a walkthrough to learn how to acquire this key with my little grabby hands? Don't close it. I'm back. I am but a shell of a man. Hold on, was that a noise? Nope, it was not a noise. I was like, oh, did I get it? I heard like a little ding. This is absurd. What do you do? What do you do in a situation like this? Unless, don't tell me I have to get something to pick up this key. Do not tell me that, game. Oh my god. Alright. How did people do this? I need to find out. This is gonna drive me up the goddamn wall. Good fucking lord, I'm an embarrassment to all gamers everywhere. Alright, look at this. Oh! Oh, chapel! Oh, fuck! And I can keep looking around, and I can click things. Oh my god, the game has changed. Literal game changer. I feel unstoppable. I'm just like, I'm just like just bonk, just like running into things. I'm like, I am a fucking genius. Holy shit. All right, guys, this has invigorated me in so many ways. I'm going to take a quick BRB. I need to go take a steaming shit. No, not really. I do need to piss real quick. I need to piss, and then I'm gonna grab my final caffeinated beverage for the evening. And look at that. We have glorious page up, page down. Oh my god, we have entered the third dimension. Can you fucking believe it? Sip of my beverage. I feel better already. Hey, Tim's still here. Welcome back, bud. Like I said, I will not at all be the slightest bit disappointed or offended if you have to hop off. Sure, we're happy to have you here as long as you want to be here, and that goes for anybody. I will not be sad if people have to get to bed or if they have other responsibilities calling their name in the morning that they need to prepare for. But we're happy to have you here as long as you want to be here. Your presence is appreciated, but I do not at all expect anybody to stay up throughout all this. Because we're getting into the weird hours, man. I learned how to use my neck. It's true. This whole time I was like, robot mode. I was like Batman in the first Batman movie, where he like had to like awkwardly, like he didn't really have much neck movement, so it was like stiff for him. Right. Into the chapel. And already, page down. Oh, it's a trowel for digging up graves. So we'll exhume the most freshest of corpses. I mean, I guess we could exhume all of them, but Brother Lumberman will be the best and freshest contribution. Sermon written across the top of the page. At the center of the page, a centipede appears to have been chopped into pieces. Its fluids have long since dried onto the paper. Yeah, it sounds about right for this cult that we've stumbled our way into. How did we make it into this place, for that matter? Because when we began, the door behind us leading outwards had been barred from the outside, so it's like we sought refuge in this place, and somebody decided to trap us in because they thought it'd be hilarious. Actually hilarious. Yeah, a little snacky. Yeah, a little caterpillar snack. Chopped up and into little giblets. Caterpillar giblets. You dig up the grave. Uncover the body of a man with no eyes. Skin slick and translucent from head to toe. Appears to have been stabbed in the chest. God damn. Is it surprising? I mean, this cult, and I guess that's what we'll call it, this cult is fucking nutty. And terrifying. So, that's it there. Next up. The body of a woman with the legs and segmented underbelly of a cockroach. Also stabbed in the chest. I think that means, like, their metamorphosis was deemed problematic or incomplete and had to be euthanized. Hence the chest stabbing. This one does not contain a body, but a small, thin glass knife wrapped in a scrap of old cloth. You pocket the knife. I think that's our third knife that we need. Body of a man with the eyes and arms of a fly. Mouth is a flaccid, graying tube of a sallow flesh. He was also stabbed in the chest. Died of natural causes, stabbed in the chest. So I think that's our third knife into the mystery zone. Let's see what awaits. In addition to adventure awaits. Huzzah. A scrap of cloth. Jeremy, earlier I was like, what did I say? I thought the trowel was a, what did I say? A towel? I said something else, or I almost said something else. It's a good thing nobody can hear me opening these doors loudly. No WD-40 to be found in this monastery. Excuse me as I belch loudly. Apple, yes. Infirmary, yes. We haven't been to the library proper yet. Oh, I was thinking that would be it, actually. Maybe we've only found 2 of the fancy knives, then. In that case... Is there anything else? I mean, maybe we slice these things open? Dude, I want to know about this thing, man. This one that has been harvested. That's what I'm curious about. So I can't cut any of these open. I mean, maybe it's for the best. I don't know what awaits. But none of them react TM to my advances. Can't grab any of these implements and tools. It's all about knives so far, just knives. It's like OnlyFans, but only knives. Is there anything else in here? I got so excited about the trowel. How closely I looked. And I am looking very closely with this addition of a downward-facing gaze. My neck careened in the most fantastic ways. I'm gonna start my own religion, my own cult. Instead of worshipping cicadas and insects and leeches, my cool religion will just talk about how cool it is to use your neck. And like having a functioning spine. It's like, oh, being a vertebrae is fucking great, dude. This shit is dope. At one time I learned how to look up and look down. Man, I was euphoric. I had a boner that lasted for 12 days. I had to go to the hospital. It was scary. Doctors had to give me new medication, new anti-boner pills. It was a weird time in my life, but man, what a thrill. Maybe I can cut the tapestries? Nothing here. Look up. Oh, cut the tippy tops, maybe? No tippy tops. No tippy tops to be found. Keep thinking, yeah, like, I wonder if there's something behind the tapestries. Just because they have such an obvious presence. Nothing new in here. We got an old knife, like a mundane knife, here earlier to cut the meats. Some Daggerfall Unity vibes for sure. I could see that, yeah. Slowed down versions of Daggerfalls, yeah, I could see that. I could absolutely, or hear it even, based on what little I've seen from Daggerfall Unity. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. Dungeon crawliness to the extreme. You're thinking, oh, what if I look up? Oh, maybe. Nope, nothing. Scriptorium, this is where you write the scripts. I think we've already looked at this place, but again, now I can look down, so I will check a few things that I might have missed last time. That tome already. I feel like we could take a bajillion mirrors and looking at that bookcase and find nothing new. Pretty sure we've read all these. Yeah, scan is ready. I read that one. Pretty sure we read through all of this already. The Glorious Jubilation. Borderline pornographic. Oh yes, I remember my borderline pornography. There's one thing Alex Q Super Hobbit remembers. It's his almost porn. There's so many knives. Yeah, we cannot cut a single one of these bad boys down. So back to the garden. I think the only room that's still locked. The chapel. Not the infirmary. Wasn't there one called the library that we can't open? Go back to this side. Daggerfall can be scary too. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Where they're just positioned well enough where you just can't see them until you're, like, right there. Like, as soon as you open, just instantaneous. Yes, this one's locked. This one is... a dormitory. I mean, I'm pretty sure I checked these pretty damn thoroughly. Unless we can use the knife that we found to pry one of these open. Because most of these, smartly so, are locked. Okay, well, let's with a shot. So the library's still off limits. Lose its collision. Oh, so they can like physics through sometimes. That would do it. Whoop. Every time I see this piece right here, I think it's a banana. I think it's a dagger, but my brain goes to banana because that's what a normal human being does. They think about bananas, banana swords. It even looks like a banana peel, kind of. That little shape right there. This keeps evolving, by the way. This message keeps evolving. From when you can hear the sky, from without. Wait a second. From without, you can hear the sky shake with babbling, incoherent screams, and the sky pounds like a timpani with the beating of massive wings. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you, man. Holy hell. Animation is it's just cosmetic, yeah. So they can just trounce on through. Yeah, I don't know if I want to escape. This place sounds great. Is there more shit happening in the garden? The cicada noises that seem nice suddenly become deafening. Did check all the graves. Where we came. But spending so much time looking down, maybe I should be looking up. Well. For more upwards facing things. You get Super Mario. Yeah, the timpani as an instrument is cool. Hearing it at a symphony orchestra, that's nice. Hearing it outside, matched with the sounds of thousands of wings pounding against the door, probably less neat. Probably less nice. I guess I gotta be like looking up, maybe. And so many of these rooms are pretty barren. Man, I am nearing being out of ideas again. This is familiar. Thought the use of my neck would bring such glorious modifications to my things. You know what? Yeah, let's look through the garden. Maybe there was something else I missed. There's only the one gravesite, right? There aren't multiple ones. Nothing new here. Is there no inventory? I don't believe that there is. Here, let's double check the readme. Just to be sure. For that real quick. Readme. So. Arrow keys to move, left click to interact, page up, page down to look, up or down, home to reset angle, and escape to exit. That is it. So no inventory that we can check easily. It'd be nice to know how many knives we have, but I think we have 2 of the 3 that we need. I think. Let me double check that door though. Maybe we do have all 3 of them, and it was just being weird earlier. Here are the graves that we dug open. All by ourselves. So maybe check that knife drawer again. Maybe I just goofed a detail in the knife drawer. Mysteries abound. Fake wall, maybe? Nope. Whoop. I keep, by default, reaching to W sad. It's locked. What if I say pretty please? And I really, really put some emotion into it. I say pretty please. The door does not budge. I begin crying. The door feels bad for you? So it's not like click the slots individually. I was thinking maybe like there's another thing we can click maybe. Like this wall would maybe share part of the same wall with it, so wait, hold on. Anything down here? Nope. Just the centipede. I got so excited thinking I'd cracked the code. Turns out the code has just cracked me. Well, let's check bookcases again. That's not it. Hey, Sakura. Oh my gosh, lots of raids. Holy moly. We got Sakura, we got Vincent, and Stratori. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, all three of you, for the very kind raids. Add the points to the counter for that, for all of you. Thank you, my friends. How's everyone doing? What are you guys streaming on this fine day? Let me do some shoutouts. Issue some shoutouts for these new friends for joining in. So, real quick, first up, we got Sakura Afro. I like your screen name. Playing some tabletop RPGs. Excellent. Now, I'd be willing to bet, Vincent, were you also playing tabletop RPGs? You were. Oh, you were playing Vampire. Oh, cool. Vampire the Masquerade. Hell yeah. And then last but not least, we got Stratori. Thank you for the follow as well, Stratori. And Yamizu, thank you for the follow as well. Vampire the Masquerade. That's awesome. Yeah. So were you guys all playing together? A shelf on the podium. Let me double check. Because maybe I just missed it. Let's see. Nothing on here. Oh, you mean the previous room, D-Man? I could go double check, see if I just missed something. Thank you, my friends. So we're playing some I shouldn't say old school, some weird horror games, and they're very good and they're very weird and spooky, and I'm liking them a lot. Tonight it's actually a charity marathon for Extra Life. It is a fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network, and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. This is an annual thing that I participate in every year. This is my 11th year in a row participating, and it's freaking great. So you guys are playing some games. You were playing together? That's awesome. Yeah. Was a GM doing some homebrew. Cyberpunk Vampire. Holy shit, that sounds incredible. Thank you for the follows, by the way, guys. Thank you for the follows and for the raids. Very, very generous of all of you for being here. World of Darkness. I've never played any World of Darkness games myself, but I have a number of friends who have been into tabletop games. I'm modestly into tabletop games. I'm not like a huge tabletop lad, but I'm like medium tabletop lad. I'm in a Shadowrun game. We're actually playing on Tuesday, and we will stream the session, but it's using Shadowrun Anarchy, so it's like kind of a rules light system. But anyway, I have some friends that love World of Darkness and will seize any opportunity to extol its virtues. So they will be tickled pink knowing that more people are singing the praises of World of Darkness. Fun times. Were there any ridiculous moments from your game tonight, guys, where you were like, holy shit, we had this ridiculous thing that happened? Or if you got a clip, rather, from any of your streams you want to share, we can all watch together. I am playing a very well-written horror game that is full of body horror and meat metamorphosis and human experiments and weird shit, and I like this a lot, but I am stuck, as these games often go, because I think I missed a key somewhere or a panel on a wall somewhere. It's one of these old school games where it's like you have a cursor and it's arrow keys to move, and you have page up and page down to look up and down. It's like an old school vibe, even though it's a newish game. It's an old school vibe that I am down for, even if it is kind of kicking my ass. So D-Man was maybe thinking like a shelf on the podium itself, maybe. Like anything below it. This is a monastery. In fact, the game is called Haunted... The game pack is called Haunted Cities. Oh, in fact, I need to update that. It should say Haunted Cities 2, not Haunted Cities 1. This is Haunted Cities 2. Boop. And it is good. Actually, oh, I think I have a separate category. Here we go. Haunted Cities Volume 2. There we go. It's very good, and this is called... This particular game is called Monastery. And it's really a monastery for a cult. Like this... I mean, shit like this. The sermon is just a centipede that's been chopped up. It's weird shit. What's on the back of your chair? My ass. Murdercrats. My ass is in my chair. Or it's on the back of it, or something. Also, I'd be impressed if you could see, like, a spider, or, you know, or a centipede, or something on me right now, Murdercrats, because it's so dark. So dark and spooky. See, I think the podium has been as inspected as it can be. Well, the thing's obvious to me. I'm sure there's something. I bet there's like a simple thing I just missed somewhere. But what could it be? Like looking around the floor, see if maybe something was dropped by somebody during a sermon. This is the chapel. Sit on the chair, ass on the back. Ass up, face, not face down, ass up. This is face medium, ass up. That's the way I like to play my horror games, apparently. I don't know. This comparison is kind of falling apart. I've already explored the garden a bunch. This is like a hidden wall somewhere, maybe? And whenever I see these tapestries, I keep thinking, what if I could just slice them and dice them? I can do neither slicing nor dicing. Damn, man, this is tricky, and I've been wandering for a minute. So I look up, I'm like trying to click the top of the tapestries. Gets me nowhere. And I have all these knives with which you think you could cut things. So nothing here, even though there's like a shelf. Nothing under or in between the barrels. Looking for any kind of opportunity. Ready to check that tome? I could double check the tome. See if anything has changed about it. No, this is the same. Yep. Mines were a chorus of jubilant, unified. She loved them, and they were all that she loved. Oh, wait a second. No, this is different. There's multiple markings. We only read the first marking. So this is open to the second marking. Her children were not of weak flesh, nor dull hand, nor small, gasping mouth. Skin of armor, lances filled with venom, cleaving jaws, their minds were a chorus, jubilant and unified, and she loved them, and they were all that she loved. So, I read it a third time. The third marking. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Most of her children came with her from the wound in the sky, but there were some among the fleshy ranks of men that she saw as worthy and raised up, and they drank up full of her bile, and their bodies were changed to better serve her seething anger. Because yes, this cult is worshipping this brood mother with the anticipation that they will be deemed worthy to serve her. And the doors outside we can hear hissing, beating of wings, swarming, buzzing noises. And when she had combed the herds for her new disciples, and her ranks had swelled to her liking, wings opened across the earth, and the sky drew back in horror as her children filled it. The morning saw a world that had been matted down to the soil by blood. Good. That's nice and awesome. Horrible and terrifying. No passage. A thin iron key wedged between the pages. It reads library. There it is. All right, so You had to click it multiple times to get to the good shit. And we got to the good shit indeed. So, to the library. Holy moly. Actual progress. Can you believe it? That is the... not what we want. Okay, wow. Okay. I bet this is going to carry us to the end. Hey, Tion, what's up, friend? Yeah, it's just a nice, cozy apocalypse. Nothing weird. Nothing weird, for sure. A very comfortable apocalypse. Yeah, in fact, every time we walk by this door... This is the door that we... So when we spawned, we were facing, like, right here. And the door behind us leads out, but it's barred shut. That's probably for the best. So now... Survivors are clawing at the wood from outside, trying to undo the boards they erected to keep your followers trapped within. Your followers? Nowhere else for them to retreat. Your followers? Are we the broodmother? What? Your followers? That's a fucking plot twist I was not ready for. So... When we first joined, when the game first began, we saw that there was like that the boards that the door behind us was boarded shut and we couldn't leave, and we've explored more of this nightmare of a monastery and the cult and the human experimentation and the sacrifices and the medical experiments and the failed metamorphoses a la Franz Kafka and is it Franz Kafka, I think? And all the body horror and just fucking cocoons and pupae and all that shit. And we're trying to like undo this or something. We're trying to like escape it or find out more. And the text implies that they're our followers. That's a detail I was not ready for. Manifest of books, scrolls, and texts procured within the last month. There's a tome recovered from a ruined farmhouse, an illuminated manuscript about the hive, and a rite of invitation. Wonder if we have to find that tome. We're in a library, so this is a place for such a thing. A lot of books. Here's a page that captures my eye. Table of correspondence, various invertebrates with respective planets, precious metals, and acidic liquids. Good info. Yes. Very good. There's a door back there, maybe. I wonder if there's like a secret book. Random page. The boy came to a clearing where a great bloated tick wallowed in a shallow pond, and he found that he could not speak, for she had filled his mouth with leeches as he was running through the swamp. Another random page. You will know you have come to the kingdom of the Hierophant, for the roaches will have the teeth of men, and the wasps will not have stingers but tongues, and the worms will twist themselves into knots until they are torn and bleeding. My goodness, this is just very uplifting reading. Her mother, whose head was full of the tattered king's perverted songs, shut the girl in the attic, where blood dripped from between the teeth of the mad-eyed rocking horse, and the spiders laughed like murderers. Whoa, this is metal and fucking wild, but I'm liking this game's writing style. Very good. Yo, Sonic, good to see you, bud. We're playing some weird and experimental horror games that I am enjoying. They're a little bit tough to play, but like the writing is so cool. I like this style of like just like overly descriptive, spooky writing. Very engaging and very, very strange. And also I keep hiccuping. Sorry about that. It's good to see though, Sonic. We're in a 24-hour marathon right now. We're on hour number 17, if you can believe it. So only 7 hours. Does that sound right? 17. Actually, well, technically 8 hours because it's actually it goes until noon my time. So I've got 7.5 hours to go. 7.5. So not too bad. Not too bad. We are getting there though. The Tattered King's perverted songs. I wonder if that would be like some kind of moth creature maybe with like tattered fabric, that kind of thing. Priestess sank into the mud. Oh, we got this piece of intel previously. This passage was shown in... Oh, I think this same book. This same book was by the grandma's bedside table in the very first game, in the first collection of Haunted Cities. About the priestess and the mud and the oil and the knife. That whole deal. Men walked driven like cattle by the tower's groans, and with each step he took a new worm, penetrated the sole of his foot, oh god, till he was naught but a suit of skin for their family, teeming and boiling at the holes of his eyes. Good fucking lord. Brutal. And there, I think we have done the whole deal. If we've read all these now. Wow. I mean, again, I like this writing. It's fucked up, but I like this writing style. Very, very much what I'm into when it comes to, like, just overly descriptive, overly, like, fucking weird and evil shit, man. Purpose is changing the color of the sky to create an environment more suitable for the invitation of carnivorous deities. Oh, good. Just what I needed. So look at that. You can see a thing behind here. I bet there's like a false home. We can... Oh, I got so lucky there. Or I'm just such a pro gamer, but I think I just got lucky. And here it is. The final ceremonial knife. The handle is slick and it numbs my fingertips. So now, I think that is the third piece to this knife puzzle that we've been seeking for so long. The library was where it all came together. I'm like clicking, I'm looking for anything else. Not gonna lie to you guys. This was good. I got lost in a couple moments and the controls fucked me up at one point, but this was good. I liked this a lot. And it's not over yet, but I have a feeling we're approaching the end. Because I want more like this. This was dope. And fucked up. And horrible and amazing. This is the kind of spooky shit that I love. Where it's not even... I mean, there's no jump scares. There's not even any bad guy. I mean, maybe there's about to be. There hasn't been any bad guys. It's just been atmosphere and writing. And it's so fucking good. 3 glass knives, slide them in one by one. Each produces a slow, viscous gout of watery red ichor. The knives dissolve, handles drop to the floor, door slides upward into the ceiling. What awaits? I don't know. The flesh chamber. Earlier we were playing Sonic Adventure 2 Randomizer. Sonic Adventure 2 Randomizer with crowd control, and we were playing the Death Chamber zone. This is the flesh chamber, and as it howls to us. Massive, sturdy, slick. Those are my 3 favorite adjectives. Same red watery fluid that seems to coat everything in this place. Wind, rustling of leaves, constant droning that makes your chest feel hollow. I don't know if I should open this door, man. Beverage. This is the final bit of my caffeinated beverage. After this, no more caffeinated stuffs because we're only the final chunk of Le Marathon. You pull the door open and step through. Well, we hear things. We hear swarming and buzzing. And, oh, is this a tie back to the first game? The Terminus and everything. They're like the floating doors. You can't turn back now. You're expected. I think this is an indirect or just a direct callback to the first game from the first collection. Holy shit. Are we gonna see the flesh tornadoes like we did in the previous one? It's getting louder. Listen to that sound. It's kind of hard to ignore. It's getting pretty noisy. think we are the bee man, or actually I think we're the bee woman. I think we are the brood mother. I think we've been playing as the antagonist this whole time. Or something, because they were talking about how our followers were locked in there with us. Full and bright and incessant. But it begs the question, why are we trying to escape? Like, why are we trying to, like, unearth all that if we are the brood mother? This fucking swarm queen or king. 1,000 million pale thin wings. It's getting noisy. It is noisy. All of them yours. You honor us. And that's it. The game closes. Yeah, I loved that. That was very good. I want more like that. I love that writing. I liked how the only thing that was like horror about it was like just grotesque descriptions and like no combat. Like I like that. I like that the tension was in the what does it mean? Like what is it all leading to? That was wonderful. Even though the controls were a little bit bullshit and there were a couple of, well, I guess it's on me for not like exploring things enough, not clicking things enough times, that kind of thing. But man, that I liked a bunch. That was very good. And I love the callbacks to the very first game from the first Haunted Cities collection. That book that we found at the end and the whole Terminus door portal thing. It's, oh, dude, that was awesome. I want more like that, dude. But all these games are pretty different from each other. So the next game in Cities 2 is going to most likely be quite different. That one was called Monastery.exe. It was fucking incredible. Next is Roads.exe. Let's see what this one entails. So now, after being in a dungeon full of awful and body horror kind of awfulness, now we're in this tranquil... Oh, it's like this. Oh, it's the swords again. In the water. Oh, no. We played another game like this earlier that I was not a fan of. So these are mixed bags for sure. Water and tranquility and grass and swords in the ground. Another Pink Floyd album cover. We have a... I think we have a sprint button. What this? Ding. Oh, you know what? I should check the readme to make sure there's no controls I'm missing. Roads. WASD for movement. Space to jump. Interact. Camera. That's it. Okay. And a very sensitive camera. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's it say? Wolf her fingers into mine. Watch the ships leave behind us. Oh, that sounds leave us behind. Nothing but the sand and the sky and Earth. No, each other. Oh, that's kind of nice. I'm not used to like nice things in games like this. I was expecting like her fingers. She wove her fingers into mine, and I gazed into her eyes, which suddenly became blank sockets filled with leeches and roaches as they ushered forth. They opened up into a gaping maw that showed me crimson, 1,000 crimson realities bleeding out before, or, you know, some horrible body horror shit. So it creates more, I guess, of a story. Star was the rabbit. She was exiled for the way she changed the city in her sleep. Interesting. My star was the wolf. Exiled for the bitter words I etched into their doors. We wept for days, but we did so together, channeling our tears into the curve of each other's neck. So outcast for different reasons. That notion of change the city in her sleep. Huh. I wonder how literal that is. Like a soothsayer whose predictions were considered uncouth? I don't know. Let's discover more. Also, this run cycle You notice this? It's like we're kind of scurrying around. Are we a bunny? Or a mouse or something? She was... Her star was the rabbit. Oh, fuck. Are we the lady? And he was the wolf. Wait a second. A rabbit and a wolf. Those are odd bedfellows. Not sure if that's a good idea, fam. Bunny and the rabbit, BFFs forever. Not sure about that, homie. Her first road rose up from the water. Not when she was asleep, but when her back was arched and my lips were pressed to her stomach. I gasped, and she shut her eyes, smiling. Now there's an idea. She laughed, and her combed her fingers through my hair. So their dreams and their musings created these roads, maybe? That spiral out, cascading in front of us. I think we're a little bunny rabbit or something, because this walk cycle is very, like, scurrying. There's no fall damage, probably for the best. And still with the swords. Not too dissimilar from the third game in the first pack, which I was not a fan of, because the ending was a complete, like, unending, non-ending. Brood Wash is similar? Really, Sakura? Yes, I am absolutely down for recommendations. Thank you. I'm gonna make a quick note for that, because yes, that is what I'm super down for. It's called Brood Wash Game. Interesting. Called Brew Wash, yeah. Interesting, yeah. I'm very curious. I did a very brief search, and I'm not getting any hits. I'll have to look this up later, because I'm really curious. Because as you can tell, I was like, oh, I was so into that previous game. It was so good. So yes, recommendations are absolutely welcome for sure. I can't always guarantee I'll get to them necessarily in a timely fashion, but they're always, suggestions are always welcome just in general. Also, this is strangely cozy. Like, this is so nice. This is not a horror game at all. This is actually kind of chill. Oh, Blood Wash. Oh, I don't know how to read. Sorry. Streamer is actually inaccurate, or illiterate rather. Blood Wash game. Hey, it's on Steam. Excellent. To my library, or not to my library. Go to the store. Add it to my list. List of things to look into. Perfect. Awesome. Yes, thank you for the recommendation. I shall look into that, because I am super down for more like that. That was so cool. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Pointing out that streamer actually can't read. I just guess at what the squiggly lines mean. I'm actually illiterate. Walk together to its apex. I guess her first road, right? Looked out across the water. Can't see the old continent, she said, and rested her head on my shoulder. It isn't there anymore, I told her, and pressed my lips to her crown. Guess it makes us the queens now, she said, and she pushed me laughing into the sea. Queens? Could it be maybe two ladies? You know what? My brain just defaults to, oh, it's some kind of romance story. Maybe it's a dude and a gal. You know what? Doesn't have to be. It could be two dudes. Could be two ladies. Who fucking knows, baby? Inclusivity? Good shit. Like that shit. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sakurai. I really appreciate that, my friend. And thank you all again, all three of you, for the raids. I really appreciate people coming in hot on raiding a strange bearded man you've never seen or heard of before. I appreciate that, because like raiding someone that is you've never, you know, if you've never seen their content, that kind of thing. It's like, oh, what if we raid him and he's a huge dick, or what if he's like not like unresponsive, like not reading chat. Like I mean I could still be a huge dick. I hope I'm not. I hope my dickishness is minimal at best. Preferably non-existent. But but no, I do appreciate that. I appreciate you guys taking a chance on me. It's very sweet. For any glass bottles around here. It seems like each island has one somewhere. They're a nice green. Well, there's a lot of green right here, obviously. But the green color sticks out pretty well, usually. Just bouncing around, because if I am indeed a bunny rabbit, my jump is very good. My lovely lady jumps. My jumps, my jumps, my jumps. Now let's actually explore the roads. Because these roads are, as the name would imply, a central theme to all this. I can take a drink in my beverage while it's running. Alright. Trying to fundraise, that's awesome. Dealing with, oh geez, I'm sorry to hear that, Sakura. That's awful to have to deal with. I'm sorry to both you and your mom. Goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's very sweet of you to stream to fundraise for her, though. I'm sure she is beyond appreciative of your efforts. That is awful to have to deal with. Holy shit, I'm so sorry to both of you and your family. I think you're right, Demon. I think we had already been there, yeah. Yeah. Oof, man. The thing about the last year and some change, because 2020 was categorically awful for a number of reasons. You know, COVID sucks. It fucked up a lot of things, and it kind of continues to fuck things up. One thing that I sometimes forget is that, like, other health things didn't stop happening. You know, people still have heart disease and cancer and awful things to have to struggle with. And, like, that's still ongoing. Like, that's something I need to remind myself of more, because you turn on the news and when it comes to medical things, COVID's always top of the list. But yeah, man, people still have awful things they're dealing with. And in the crossfire of that are people like Sakura, who are not stricken with the disease themselves, but, you know, their mother's got it, and they're having to, you know, they're obviously doing what they can to help out. But it's like things like cancer, man, it's just like it impacts so many people indirectly. You know, it's like, yes, it impacts the person that's stricken with the illness, but it's like all the people kind of in their periphery that are hurt by it too. Just awful stuff, man. Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. The dickish behavior. Oh, it's sweet of you to say, Sonic. I mean, I fully acknowledge that I am not everyone's cup of tea. I stutter a lot. I ramble. I'm a weirdo. I play weird shit. Like, I like to think that people don't go like, that super guy's a dick. But they might be like, not my cup of tea. So, you know, I'm not offended by that. This seems... Oh, that's fancy. This seems like the right way. I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna go the wrong way for a second. Oh, Warbird, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Praying for a faster... Yeah, man, dude. Cancer's rough, man, and it's rough on caretakers, obviously, you know, family. It's just it's hard, man. And even when people make full recoveries, it's still tough. It's still expensive. Shit's expensive. Chemo is rough. I remember reading something not too long ago that said in 100 or 200 years from now, maybe 1,000 years from now, we're gonna look back on things like chemotherapy and kind of grimace the way that we look back on things like bloodletting and like medical leeches and like medieval medical treatments, because like back in those days we just didn't know, like, how do you treat fucking bubonic plague? We didn't know. We just chopped limbs off and tried what happened. You know, we saw those medical treatments as barbaric. In like 1,000 years, we're gonna look back on chemotherapy and be like, holy shit, that shit was awful. Like, that fucked people up. And like, yeah, I guess in those cases it help people out sometimes. You know, sometimes it did a lot of good, but man, it is awful. Like, it really does damage to people. I thought that was an interesting kind of observation, the idea that, like, as medical science evolves, old methods for things suddenly kind of take on a different meaning. Not a different meaning, but a different, like, significance, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a good word for it, but I thought that was like an interesting observation. Because, yeah, like, there's a lot of medical things that we don't do nowadays, because we have better ways of doing it. Sorry, I smacked my, my mouse. We have other ways of doing it, like better ways and safer ways of doing it. And hopefully, sooner than later, we'll have, like, better ways for, like, chemotherapy and radiation therapy, because, yeah, that stuff, when it works, it's great, but, oh, man, it takes so much out of people, dude. Holy moly. Surgery, chemotherapy, oh, gosh, I can't imagine. Yeah, dead, yeah, for sure, holy shit, yeah, of course, like, expenses, and that's not even considering the mental toll. Fucking hell, and that's like, you know, and that's before even the discussion about, like, insurance, because for plenty of people, they go through all that despite having insurance, so, oh, man, yeah, it's upsetting to just think about. Can't even imagine. We found another jingly jangly. Raised a wide column from the depths and filled it with sand. Carved the glyphs for tree and wind and sanctuary. Not the home we had once dreamt of, licking wine from each other's lips and presaging our shared future to the moons, but it shone in the ruby sun, and its pillars made the wind sing, and it was ours. It's almost like a Garden of Eden, kind of, sort of, like they're, maybe not Garden of Eden, but like they're building their own garden, you know? It's like they've arrived here through exile. Actually, if it was the garden, maybe they were exiled from the garden and they're making, I'm not sure, like, I think it was probably a biblical term, but like, you know, some kind of sanctuary, some kind of new paradise or something. 20 hours of being awake, yeah. yeah, TN, yeah. It's, I like to think I'm doing all right, but 17 hours, yeah. I've probably been up for about 20 hours, and I've been streaming for about 17 hours and 45 minutes, so I will confess, sometimes words escape me. Although, honestly, I garble and google my text and words up more often than I want to admit anyway. I'm not always good with speaking out loud, well, even in well-rested form. Breakthrough vaccine for that is good, Isonic. That is very good news. I'll take it, man. I'll freaking take it. Smacked my mouse. AT-Man's like, oh, smacking your mouse, Alex. Live on a stream, 18 plus. I don't know if we investigated that floating sanctuary over yonder. Let's check that out, and then let's check the one with the trees. I bet the one with the trees is like the implied ending, maybe? Or maybe the ending is once you get all the bottles. This is so tranquil, though. I like this, but it's such a harsh, sharp turn from body horror mutilation shit from the previous game, which was so good, but fucking hell, it was brutal. I don't see any green buddies over there, by the way, so I'm not gonna attempt that jump. Even if I could attempt the jump, that's a one-way delivery. I wouldn't be able to make the jump back here, I don't think. I think we can just make that jump across, and then it all loops around. I probably should have just gone this way, actually. Taking the long way around. We'll call it the scenic route. Gobble one of we. I'm just a big old turkey. I see a bottle up top. Wait, can I? Let's see. How's this gonna work? Is the bottom path? I think I need both the bottom and the top path, don't I? Maybe I should aim for that instead. Yeah, never the two. Do they? Maybe they are connected, actually. When you're in the bottom path, it loops around. No, it is not. Okay. The top path would be the mostest idealist. This is an interesting maze, and I like it. For wholly different reasons than the previous game. I do like this. Hopefully there's no fall damage for what I'm about to attempt. I'll try this at home. Ooh, hands are palm sweaty, arm spaghetti. Is this the highest point in the level? I think it might be, actually. Apex, yeah. So if we were to land on that top path, landing on this stretch right here ought to work. Here we go! I'm like leaning. Oh, I barely missed it. That's okay. I'm like leaning in my chair, hoping that would actually help. Here, what if I jump down here? Confirm the no fall damage theory. BT dubs. I'm here now. There we go. There we go, baby. Not too bad. Cool. That'll lead us just where we needed. Just where we wanted. Right, so one bottle up here somewhere, then another bottle below us. At least I thought there would be. Maybe it's on the outside. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. I assumed there'd be one up top. Maybe. Maybe a... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Wink. This one here. Woke one morning to find a tower, head shouldered up from the water, threaded through the wind with a new ribbon of stone. Walked to the top and stared at the shimmering inner walls of the spire. We pressed our faces to the crystal and saw wolves and rabbits bounding together through the fog. That's so nice. But yeah, wolves and rabbits historically aren't exactly BFFs, so... I mean, happy for you guys and your frolicking bunny wolf friends, but I would keep a close eye on the two to make sure that no devouring happens. It was night. We were catching our breath. My head was pressed up underneath her chin. And the stars were rearranging themselves, and the sea was quiet, and the latest road was settling its stones into place. And I heard her whisper, "There's another one, but it goes up forever, and only I can see it, and I want to walk it, but not alone." And I think there's space for one more. Only I can see it. I want to walk it, but not alone. I don't know what the final verse, the final lesson will be. Let's find out together, friends. Can I make that jump? Can I break those cuffs? Not quite. That's fine, we'll go this way. Backup plan. I think this actually leads directly to it, so you really can't fuck this up. Oh, maybe not directly to it. If I can get onto that road path, it would do the trick. Oh, actually, alright, this one might be a little bit involved then. I need to get on this... Oh, here we go, that would work. Jump here, and get on this ring rot heart. That'll take us to... salvation, or if I... Nah, let's stick with the plan. That would work. Stick with the plan. Let's not overcomplicate things, Alex. Hell yeah. I'm presuming that once we pick up this final piece, that'll be the end of this adventure, and then it's on to the next game. This was a kind of a nice palate cleanser. Presuming this is the end of this particular game, yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was not at all a horror game. Not a horror game in the slightest. That's okay. Sometimes it doesn't have to be spooky, body horror, murder, violence, grotesqueness. Sometimes things can be quiet and dare I say, kind of romantic too. Kind of like sweet. Here we are. Final garden. I don't think there's an actual order that you have to do this in. I'm pretty sure any order works. This is presumed to be the final piece. Sending out an SOS. My message in a bottle. So I told her I would make ink that would hang in the sky so we could leave our history behind us. Now that I have, she's smiling at me. At the feet of a road only she knows. Is there waiting? Wait, hold on. At only she knows is there waiting to go make someplace new together. The grammar of that is a little weird. There's no one in any creation more beautiful than her. That's so nice. That's so sweet. So yes, they left their story in the sky. And yeah. So now, the final piece is the bed down there, or maybe the spire. That's the tallest point. Check the bed real quick. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Unless... So wait, where's the place that they went? The road only she knows. Is the bed by the... Don't tell me they're dead. Don't tell me they committed suicide together. Don't take this from me, game. I want this to be a nice, wholesome thing. Don't imply that they, like, suicided together, man. I don't want that. I want this to be a nice, happy thing. Alright, let's check the spire. And if there's nothing up there, I think that's pretty much the end of the game. Someplace new together. I think they lived happily ever after. Let's just go with that, man. I don't want... let's make this be nice. Let's make this be a nice, pleasant thing. We need to go someplace new together. I think they're fine. They lived happily ever after. Nobody died. Nothing was tragic. No, yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think any death happened. I think everyone's doing just fine. No horrible things happening to nice people. And lovely couples that say nice things to each other and found each other in loneliness. Oh, is there another thing up there? I see a green glowy and I get excited. I think there's stuff up there, actually, yeah. I think the spire might be... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Well, maybe. I can't tell. There's little glowies, but I think they were already up there. Only way to find out? To move on up. Rolling up the sleeves, you know it's real now. Real gamer hours now. Whoop. You want to make sure when you're playing a video game and you need to jump really good, make sure you physically make a noise with your mouth when you jump, and it'll make you jump more gooder. It is verified by science. Yeah, the little glowies I saw, they were just the glowies in the wall. Our last thing to try is to jump upon a sword. Not fall upon the sword, that's like a, you know, self-sacrificing phrase. I mean, I want to jump on like the hilt to one of these things. There was one point we saw earlier where you could probably do it, and I think it was this one over here. Yeah, I think this one over here, or her. It's a one-way jump. I don't think you can come back from it without just jumping down and going all the way up again. Whoop! Boom. Another one goes up forever. Oh, the more I think about it, the more I am worried that it leads to bad things. Maybe, like I said, I want this to be a happy story. Alright, anyway. Oh, invisible wall? Nope. Well, kinda. No, we're good, we're good. So we can climb upon the hilt. That's nice. Okay. Well, anyway, alright, so I think that's it for this game. I think that's all there is. We found the story. And we got all the happy things, and that's a pleasant story for that one. So, yeah, we'll just all agree. They lived happily ever after. Nobody suicided. Everyone's happy. Everyone's great. Let's play an equally sweet and heartfelt and endearing game called Gloompuke. And I am not making that name up. Oh shit, hold on. Let me relaunch. I think I picked the wrong resolution for that one. Yeah, gloompuke.exe. Widescreen resolution. There we go, much better. Gloompuke, what a name. Is it puking up gloom? Is it a gloomy puke experience? I don't know. Let's find out together. Oh, it's another one of these tank control games. Reminds me a little bit of Worlds. One of those weird chat clients from the late 90s, early 2000s that has long since defunct. Here's a friend. Gregory. Welcome to the island of Blood Monster Ghosts. Not the official name, I made it up. Quite catchy. What can I do for you? What is this place? Just told you that. Wow, dick. Gregory, nice to meet you. I greet travelers. You're doing a great job. Incapable of moving, there's not a lot of people. I'm the only traveler. It's a shame. Both of those things I said. Is there anything else you'd like to know? What's going on? Not a lot. Some of the others are interesting. That pyramid. Wait, hold on. Margaret and her courtiers. Temple near you is our building. No one's sure about the temple. Doesn't really matter. It's just a... Oh, rather, pyramid, not temple. Pyramids are not important or interesting. I disagree. Literally never, says Gregory. Wallow around in sand. Gregory is anti-pyramid. Confirmed. Swamp Castle? Castle Gloompuke. Yes, I know it so well. Haunted by a separate ghost, which is apparently bullshit. Cool kind of bullshit. Fun to think about. Make good food there. The swamp forest, I guess. And then there's also the temple. It's an alright temple, I suppose. Nobody here has any idea where it came from or what it's for. So Vivian hangs out there and tells nice stories. That's nice of her. She'll tell me one and I'll love it. I'll love it. I think that's it. Fare thee well. Good talk, Greg. I'm sorry, Gregory. He's one of those guys where it's like you call him Greg and he's like, it's Gregory. Excuse me, Alex. Page up. Yes. Hello, lady with your grapes in hand. Nothing there. Is this the temple? Oh, there it goes. I was just checking a second. Is this where Vivian is, who tells nice stories, and I'm to love it? This really looks and feels like one of those late 90s, early 2000s 3D interactive chat world client. Not really games, but like just a chat client app. Back in the early days of like internet socializing, and companies would just make apps like this that were internet multiplayer connected, and they were just throwing stuff to the wall to see what sticks, what stuck rather. Bethany and Ursula. Friendly spirit. Kindly wraith, she says. Speaking in unison, the keepers of the temple crystals. Questions. What are the islands? Desert full of bones and shrapnel. Swamp full of teeth and ambition. Full of lights and whispers. Playground full of ghosts. Menagerie of dreamers. Burnt page adrift upon a secret lake. Terrible public transportation. Not a bathroom. Not a single one. That is weird. His answers are nonsensical. What are these crystals? Hold up the sky. Sounds important. Fill up the sea. Good. Teach the worms to see. Okay, nice. That's good, I suppose. Teach the leaves to dance. All right, give the stars their colors. These crystals sound great. Sign me up, Night Its Breath. Hell yeah. And they're all right. I'm feeling these two will only speak in vague, positive, riddle things. What is the temple? For healing. And stories. And jewels, apparently. And stars. And smoke. Weed every day. Candles. And they like it. I kind of got that impression that they are fans of this place. Who is who? One is Bethany and one is Ursula. That's it. Very good. Good talk. Good talk. See you later, fam. There's no jump button, by the way. Oh yeah, good talk. Good talk. Nothing else going on here. All right. More, maybe Aphrodite. Naked lady statues. Is that Vivian? I was informed that I'm gonna love, just love your stories, Vivian. Hold on, I gotta check around. No other secrets, no other things. All right. What do you got for us, fam? You were Vivian, and you were a mouse friend. Kind spirit. I hope I'm a kind spirit. I am new. You're correct. I almost said you're welcome. Temple Keeper. Pleased to meet you. I think she means cheesed to meet me, because she's like a mouse friend. It's lovely. We're glad to have it. Good environment for storytelling. Sounds like it. That's what temples are for. They're for telling nice stories. I guess so. What do I look like? I look like a shawl made of spider silk, draped across the head and shoulders of an invisible woman made of twigs. I'm very fetching. Oh, well, thank you. I mean to fetch. Actually, I'm curious. Is that randomized? Nope, still the same. Okay, I was curious if it was gonna be the same description. Invisible woman made of twigs. Very fetching. Wait, I mean, I guess you could fetch twigs if you're playing with fetch with the dog, maybe. Tell me a story. She loves telling stories. I'm implored to love her stories. Beautiful queen who lived in a high castle, floated high above the clouds, drifting hither and fro, always taking the queen to new places each day. The queen took great joy from exploring the new places she found, meeting strange creatures and discovering wondrous artifacts like constantly. Castle brought her to a triangle of floating islands, banged it directly into the side of the castle, and it was stationary, so it was the queen's fault by any standard. And what did she do? She bailed, 100% pure hit and run. She was out of there. Yelling there's a while to get the money and the castle fixed. If you see that asshole castle flying around, it's late to do anything, but you never know. Justice must prevail. Glad you agree. Cheesy one. Yeah, it's kind of like a mouse, maybe like a sugar glider, maybe. Right, nice stories, I guess. So, another game that really is not scary at all. Yet, I mean, I don't think it, unless weird things happen, but I have a feeling it probably won't. Been pretty alright so far. Previous game, tranquil and chill. This game, quirky, and... Was it raining last time? Quirky and you know, kooky and kind of zany, kind of weird, but not bad. Just odd. With the name Gloompuke, I was waiting for something gloomy and or pukey, but so far this is neither of those things. Check this guy out over here. There's no run button. Hello, friend. You are Torvald. That's an impressive name. Boof. Is he barking at me? He's barking at me. Rude, honestly. Nerve. I told him that's a good story and he boofed at me. What if I boof back at him? Okay, now tell me one of these dialogue options has to do something different, right? A woof question mark. Get out! Oh god. I said something he didn't like. I have a feeling, maybe even a sneaking suspicion, that this is not going to be worthwhile to investigate, but I'm so curious. Who's a good boy? I am. He understands some things. Oof. Okay. I know in my heart of hearts this will get me nowhere, but I need to know. I need to know. I need to explore all the conversation paths. My last one was a woo question mark. Never a woo with unconfidence. Vanilla boof. 3 more. Oof. Okay. Okay, so it just circles back around then. Exclamation point. Oh, he either liked it or hated it. Question mark. He opens his mouth wide. You hear metal rattling. Coughs up an iron key. Oh, it was worth it! I feel vindicated! Thank you, Torvald. Do I keep exploring these dialogue options to see if there's more to be gained? Probably shouldn't, but I mean, there's only a few more to try. Was it ellipses or exclamation point? I think it was exclamation point. So ellipses gets you back into the previous. Okay, so exclamation point is the one to go for. He's very excited. I hit him with a question mark. I'm gonna do all caps. The word boof has lost its meaning now. It has become a shadow of its former self to me. I mean, it was hardly a word to begin with, but now it is certainly washed over me and lost its meaning. 3 exclamation points. That's my final offer. That's a good story. He agrees. Alright, good talk. We got a key out of it. Cool. Awesome. There's a cactus. And a pyramid. And a friend. Maybe. Let me double check the readme, make sure I'm not missing any key controls, but I have a feeling I'm probably not. This is... there is no controls for Gloompuke, which I guess means we have... Oh, here it is, here it is. Home tree set view, mouse... Okay, yeah, it's the same. It was at the tippy top for some reason. It's the 3rd game of the list, but it's the top in that list. Ezekiel. The goat of woe, the woe goat. Whoa. Woe, oh woe to me, who must dwell within the scorched waste. I picked up on that. He says, you mock me? Thou cruel spectre. Maleficent fetch. And woe again. Be woed this goat. It is fate that we should meet here this day, he says. The ghost, I'm the ghost of sorrow, he says. And you are the goat of woe. So I am the ghost of sorrow, he says. Cruel and loveless place. I have no fucking clue. I was birthed by malice and spat here by a cringing void. Then we are alike, he says. With no doors, no memory of the path that led you. Woe-tastic. What is this place? Locked together, adrift in silence, without purpose or movement. Sentinel like jagged paper wraiths, blithely pantomiming some implied illusory purpose. Illusory purpose. A couple of the dialogue options to try, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for anything wild. I think his staff or wand or whatever he's wielding. Just visiting. Have forts that you can drift so, he says, between uncounted dreams and halls and beaches. Float like a leaf, not be pinned like a butterfly to a scholar's board. God damn, I have so much woe, he says. God damn, I have so much woe. He is like, I am upset. I am shooketh. I mean, there's a few people I interact with on a semi-regular basis that remind me a lot of the Goat of Woe, on Ezekiel specifically. Like, hey man, do you ever, like, not focus on how life is just an existential nightmare? It's like, you know, I realize it. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. Why have you come to this cruel and loveless place? Gathered hate in my mouth and screamed myself awake? Fed on black blood and red soil and grew bitter? Or I caught storms in my hair and wrung their lightning into needles? That sounds fucking cool. Like a ghost I haunt, carried by the abyss from house to mournful house, or I crawl like a spider and coat worlds into webs to keep them still, like that one. Drift like a wasp, seeking worlds with unblemished skin to pierce like the spider one. The world is small and I'll tear it apart. Bleak and I will fill it sky with fire. Kind of like the 2 games ago. Curiosity and I have come to paint its walls black. Oh, I like all these, dude. This one. Wow, he says. Dial it back a notch or two, damn. Yeah, says the Goat of Woe who's fucking extra AF over here, goddamn. That was kind of fun, though. Anything behind the pillar? Or, pyramid? Same thing? Nope. Wasn't it awesome, Banana Brie? I'm like, or, Banana Bonfire? I'm sorry. Banana. I don't know how to read anymore. Banshee. I'm sorry, Banshee. I forgot how to read words. But yes. Very cool and very clever writing. Menacing and brooding and completely unnecessarily extra, and I am here for it. A lot of sand. We were warned about the sand and more goddamn swords. It's like a parody of the last game plus a few games ago that we played. I'm gonna laugh if these are the 2 lovers from the previous game we just played. We have Catherine. She has some stuff. I can read nothing. Fascinating, she says. Unbelievable. The angles, markings, so exquisite. Take a look at this sigil. Just pick one of 4. This one. You could just be right, says Catherine. Magnificent flowing linguistic grace makes me want to shriek into... Wait, my hands? Hold on. How can I help you? What is this pyramid? I don't know, but I like it. It just appeared one day. It's cool. Mysterious bullshit. I love it. Adam, what's up, buddy? We're playing weird games. She begins breathing heavily. Studying things makes me feel good, she says. I fucking love knowledge. Yeah. You go off, sister. I love it. Love the energy. What do you do here? Foremost linguist and archaeologist on all floating islands. That makes sense. Focusing my studies. Bright glowing hieroglyphics floating about. Right on. Yeah, I don't see any floating hieroglyphics. I'm just gonna agree with her. What about the islands? Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's no fun. If you have to get back to bed and, like, rest up, man, I won't hold it against you. Of course, we're happy to have you here, but I don't feel like you have to stay up for my benefit, because that is no funsies. Sounds plausible, she says. As much as anything. Nobody's ever thought so before. I think Catherine's got a few screws loose here, but she's trying her best. I'm gonna ask this again. I'm gonna tell her there's no hieroglyphics floating about. I'm gonna shatter her illusions. I have a feeling it probably won't do much. How curious, she says. They're impossible to miss. They're everywhere, she says. One of them is licking my hair at this very moment. My eyes just haven't adjusted. That's gotta be it. Alright, good talk, Catherine. Mysterious pyramid. Thank you, I will. One of these glyphs will show up in the other games. Here's a rabbit friend. We were told about rabbits and wolves. Teresa. Is that a wolf up there, maybe? I'm some sort of fetch. Rusty nail elemental. Don't touch anything with those smoldering hooves of mine. I'll try my darndest. Mysterious and valuable things out here. Teresa, an archaeologist. Pyramids, tombs, mysteries, ghost worlds, sunken cities, doom mazes, Skeletropoly. Accomplished and respected scholar, of course. What do you do here? Overseeing this archaeological expedition. You're doing a great job. She's invested in her studies. Looking imperious and delegatory. Senior delegatorialist on site. Extremely difficult and important job falls to me. I love all this pomp and circumstance. Million Wraith Gem question. Full of mysteries and artifacts, this pyramid. That much to be expected. Where the pyramid came from. And why it's here at all. We don't know much things here, or even ourselves. Stares off in the middle of the distance for a very long time. I believe I've depressed myself. Good job, Teresa. She had a moment. And now she's sad. That's a fucking mood. 2021 mood. I thought a lot, and now my head hurts, and I'm sad. Anything else? It's like, nope, that should cover it. Let's get up here to the, what might be a wolf friend up here. Like this archaeological expedition has unearthed literally nothing, because they haven't actually dug anywhere. So these things were already here. Oh, here's the stairs. Really easy to miss. Oh, never mind. It's not a wolf at all. It's a deer. This is Saxtus. Look upon my urns. So fine, rare, and delicate. Think what they might once have held. Water, wine, sand, bombs, lamp oil. That's probably it, really, honestly. He just likes urns. I'm glad for you. I really am. He doesn't listen to me anymore. He has all that he need. It is that inside one of his urns, he's doing a lot of whimpering. The antlers are probably body blocking him a little bit. Legend of Zelda intensifies, that's the word. Breaking the urns that he loves so dearly. Is there a friend up there? No, it is not. It's just an etching on the wall. I think we're nearing the end for this game because there's only one more spot to check and I don't expect there to be much else. So this is just a talk to the weird characters and enjoy their oddities simulator. Quirky, weird, zany silliness. Just one more castle. One person outside the castle. Actually, there's nothing else that I missed here. This should be back to Gregory. And there's old Greg right there. Okay, so we've already explored that. This is the final piece. These trees look very Hexen-esque. Based on playing that game a few weeks ago. This friend is a fish. Oh, hi. Hello. Roderick. The swamp monster. You're a pretty nice swamp monster, honestly. In my experience, most swamp monsters are much more violent. I make so many friends. Need anything else? Are the trespasser? I'm not a trespasser. I am absolutely a trespasser. Then stop trespassing. Get out the trespassing. You stop it right now, mister. I'm gonna do guarding at you. I swear to God, I'll do it. Don't stop him. Hold me back. Bring it on. You should guard things. Give up your life of crime and guard a castle. It's awesome. Good conversation. What is this place? Swamps are the best. I'm a monster in them. There's a castle, guard it, and get to be a monster. Sweet deal. I'm gonna hit him with a different dialogue option. No way. Go to the castle and meet my friends. They'll like you. Nice. Alright then. Alright, good conversation. Good talk. Nicest monster I've talked to all night. We've seen a lot of monsters tonight. See one friend up here. There's a crocodile. He's going like, hey, yeah. He's got the swag. Look at this smug motherfucker. Margaret. Oh, it's a lady. Look at this fucking throne. It's awesome. Can you believe this bullshit, she says. Who the fuck sits in a throne this big? Makes the throne this size even. I am so mad, says Margaret. You gonna be alright, fam? I don't know. I don't know, she says. I'm the queen of the swamp, and I can't sit in my huge fuck-off throne. I don't know how to get a refund. I can't send it back. Mail doesn't exist. That's a pretty large chair. How can I be a queen if anything like this? Check out Margaret, the comparatively tiny person in her stupid fucking chair for giants. Snarling and snapping and squealing now. I think you'll be alright. The fuck do you know? You don't even have a body. You know what? She's got me there. I'm a floating bee's nest shaped like a torso. I think I'm so cool with my cloud of amethyst drones. Actually, that does sound kind of cool. Get out of my large castle. My uncomfortably large castle. I was informed that you had friends, Swamp Monster, and I see only one friend, and she is very angry and very shooketh. I think there was one other option. My huge fuck-off throne. Margaret might just be the moodiest of moods for the night, honestly. We've had a lot of hashtag relatable characters tonight, but she might be the one I internally identify with most. Not so much externally, but I have thoughts that are about equally caps locky. Still screaming, but waves politely. Just that kind of thing. All right, good talk, Margaret. So, I believe we've explored everything. However, we have one thing. Here's a new friend. Okay, here's a few more friends. We have one thing that we still need to look for. That is a door with which to administer this one key. There's Guinevere. Am I a ghost? What do I want? I don't know, actually. Queen Margaret is a little bit anxious. I noticed. Queen Margaret's steward. Very pleased to meet you. We don't often have visitors. Good talk. Who is Margaret? Queen of Gloompuke Swamp. Not to be, there's not much to be queen of, necessarily. We don't really know anything about this place. We just appeared here somehow and we cannot leave. Margaret said she always wanted to be a queen, and she's cute, so we let her. Can't hurt anything. Just a very cute crocodile lady. What's the story of the castle? We're really not sure. It's just here when we showed up, and we're not one to question it. Spacious, nobody was using it. Some inscrutable books in the library you can read if you want. Not much to say than that. Castles are just neat. Yeah. I can vibe with all of that, honestly. I can fuck with that. What do I look like, by the way? Several wisps of dark purple smoke. Braided into a cage with a sphere of water floating at its center. Cool. That's it. Have a good day. Take care. Into the library with us. Ooh, treasure chest, maybe. And this is Mildred. Care to have your fortune told? Sure. Begins muttering. Ba 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 ba. Any long hikes? Forced hikes recently? Not that I know of. Wake up in a bed with your feet covered in dirt. This track of mysterious knives made out of bone. Not my knife bone! You buried that thing deep. Fuck. Pack some snacks. You got some work ahead of you. Good talk. Right, so instead of sure, I'm gonna say hell yeah. I'm looking forward to her going ah ba ba ba. There it is. Long forest hikes recently? Why do you ask? Alright, so now what are you talking about? This is not your bone knife? You just take them from other people and bury them in the woods? So yeah. Okay. Anything else? What are you doing here? Kitchen stuff and fortunes. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I can tell her she's way cute. Huffs and sputters and wiggles around a bit. Blushing or might just be Fox Madness. Proper noun, Fox Madness. What do I look like? Zoetrope things made out of pink glass. Cool. Shadows, spider-legged. Oh, I missed it. A little fucked up, but sort of cool, I guess. All right. Totally. Or wonderful. All right, good talk. I was thinking the one key I got earlier would maybe open this thing, but this thing is not doing it. So no dice there. Some artifacts. Blood skull. Mushroom. Blue candle. Green skull. Potions. Crystals. More potions. Nothing else to click here. Alright, well, I guess that's it for this area then. I wonder what the key is for then, because we got a key from the dog friend who was very excited. Oh, we haven't explored this area yet. Get some books. Ooh, there's a fancy looking door. Let's check that in a second. It's a warthog. Uther snorts knowledgeably, gesturing to the surrounding bookshelves, and then he snorts inquiringly. What do you do here? He snorts proudly. Librarianically and archaeologically. How does one snort archaeologically? Or librarianically? Snorting anything? Yeah, you're probably not wrong. What about snorting librarianically? Adam, because that's probably my favorite. Swampaciously. Appreciatively. I see. What do I look like? Mercurially. Emeraldily. I think they're just making up words. Hoveristically. Analytically? Analytical. Analytically. Yeah, they're just making up words. Let's check the books then. The Noble Species. Read it. Page looks handwritten. Dwelling within the realm, unanimously accepted by all of sound mind that the alligators are the smartest. Oh, I wonder who wrote this. Charming, prestigious, funniest, best at sports. Lovable, mysterious, kindest, best looking. Generally most well equipped to rule of all. Best kissers, nicest handwriting. I wonder who wrote that. Of all the characters in this castle, I wonder who would wrote that one. It's a gosh darn mystery. Book. Click to read. Morrowind. Eat your heart out. Great swamps of the realm. Whoops. I clicked prematurely. More about Gloompuke Swamp. Yes. A reputation for excessive putricity. Putridity. Long-suffering swampians of the realm united their minds, performed a spell to fling Gloompuke into space, so it crashed into the sun and burn away. Huh. Instead, it's here. Somehow. Never before but the grace of magicians go Gloompuke Swamp, on foxes and hounds. Innumerable crayon drawings and inked sigils make this book impossible to read except for a page at the front, across which Mildred Rocks is written in large shimmering letters. I think it's Fox Madness. Confirmed. Proper noun. Fox Madness is real and it will succumb. It will cause us all to succumb to it. Pictures of wolf people screaming at things. It's filled with illustrations of wolf people engaged in the act of screaming at various things. I am okay with this. Wolf person dressed like a knight is screaming in a barn. Fetching wolf noble is pulling at her hair and screaming in the mirror. Striking wolf person butcher screaming at the sun in evident terror. You spend several hours admiring the artwork of things. It's a lot to take in. Being screamed at by people who are also wolves. This is my kind of literature, honestly. I haven't read a good wolf screaming book in at least a fortnight. So, here we go. Fox Madness. Oh, that kind of Fox Madness. Braced with wrought iron. Locked and won't budge. Unlock it with Torvald's key. The bone knife! Or, this is the bone horde. Holy shit. Oh, it's a person. Could Torvald's suspicions be true after all? Could this be? The legendary Megabone. Wait, the Megabone's talking to me? Ancient artifact of incalculable power. That only shows itself to those who are pure of heart. And who were born beneath the 7 dog stars. You approach the Megabone and begin to... Okay, so it's a narration then. Strange sensation. My form is being shrouded in an aeons old... Hold on. Nothing else happens though. You're just happy to be here. Cool. Can I take it with me? I cannot. I thought the Megamode was talking to me and I got excited. Of course, the dog knight would be very excited about his bone collection and Megabone. 7 dog stars. Stirring sensation. Shrouded in an aeon's old blessing. Nothing else. I'm just happy that I'm just happy to be here. Welcome back, Black Magics. We're still doing okay, man. I think we're now done with this game. This game was like a quirky talk at interesting little characters and hear funny dialogue. It was not spooky at all, nor was the previous game. But that's okay, because sometimes you need some palate cleansers. They're weird and like clever writing and like, again, quirky and silly. This one was quirky and silly. It stopped raining though. Let's go back to Gregory, see if he has anything different for us. Now that it's not raining anymore, we've explored all 3 stations before we exit this nice little place. Check on the team, absolutely. I'll admit I have not left my stream since I started, so I have not checked on anybody, very selfishly. However, I'm looking forward to finding a raid target once I end my stream in approximately 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours or 6.5? Hold on. 5.5, right? Yeah. Should be 5.5. Here's Gregory. Island of Blood Monster Ghost. So, he already gave us that line. I'm wondering if you had anything else to talk about before we adjourn this particular game. Get me out of here. You got it. Thanks for visiting, he says. Oh, you're right. It would be 6.5. I should have trusted my instincts. Yeah, 6.5 hours. The game just closed, by the way. Yeah, 6.5 hours total. Yeah, it was just like a cute little goofy, happy, haha funny game. After playing brutal, no, not brutal, but like brooding, fucking menacing, awesome writing game, and then romantic, whimsical, tranquil game that was like maybe not memes, but it was like quirky, kooky writing game. The name of this game is what's it called again? I've already forgotten. Scarlet Bough. Or Bog, maybe? B-O-U-G-H. Uh-oh. I think the game has crashed. It didn't like that I alt-tabbed. Okay, some games don't alt-tab very well. This game has died. Alright, I'm gonna kill it and relaunch it. Yeah, some games don't like it when you alt-tab. Now I know. Don't alt-tab with this game. It will get sad. Or I guess if I alt-tab, be very brief. Because it might be a sad person. Video game. All right, that was just a test. That was the vibe check. Okay, here we go. Adventure awaits. We have a switch. Oh! I dropped something. It dropped something. All right, escape. Yes. What was that? Also, here, let me check the readme. Make sure there's no controls I need to know about. Ooh, text message. WSD, left to click to interact. Space to jump. Okay. Nice and simple. Alright, so yeah, what was the thing? I hit a lever. A lever. And something fell. Alright, last relaunch, I promise. It's a box. I cannot jump off the edge. It's probably for the best. Alright, so let's not lower this thing yet. I might need that thing to add to my collection of boxes. I found a trinket. There's platforming in this game. We haven't had a platforming anything kind of game in a minute. There's a run button rather. There's another dilly bopper. It's a little coffin. Oh, hello. I want it. What the heck? I lost my cursor. Oh no. What have I done? Oh. There we go. There's number 2. It's a little bit persnickety about where you aim to look at things. A door is closed. Another game that, yeah, visually kind of reminds me of Pathologic, a more low poly Pathologic kind of vibe. Similar color palette. Really, it just reminds me of that, of the leech meal game. This is Whispering Waves Oh, it's a funeral home. Okay. It opens. There's a casket. And I'm picking up little coffin friends. In a very regal-looking coffin. Ooh. Double ooh. Weather fog. So let's see. September 9th of... Oh, 19XX. Not sure. Sometime in the 1900s. Fog, light rain. No tree activity. Minimal coastal aggression. Exporting 19... Oh, okay, an odd number of arms, legs, trunks, tongues, and eyes. Dreamt of layer of skin underneath soil of island. Walked perimeter of island in morning to watch for signs of figure. None seen. 68 days since last sighting of shivering pillar. Okay. Left-hand side is, I think, German? Either German or Swedish. Swedish. It's supposed to be Switzerland. Oh. Found some banana corpses. They look like giant plantains. I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't a giant plantain just be a banana, Alex? Yes, but the coloration is key. Oh, I broke a mirror. And that's good? Cool. Good for me. So this game is not going to be a tranquil jaunt through wholesome romantic times. This is going to be, I think, some kind of cryptic, spooky adventure where we break mirrors and collect coffin collectibles and look at trees and pull switches on things. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to check a lot of doors. And we have a sprint button. I will utilize it gratuitously. There's a door over here. There's a supermarket. Let's check this door over here because it's kind of like glowy, kind of, sort of. And that captures my eyeball. Something way grocery? Careway. I don't get a lot of caring vibes from this place, but yeah. Do you think I want to go with you to a tree? To the tree. You can't see the cocoons, but I can. I hear them too. They don't like where they have been sent to. I don't want to go. And the doors are all locked. Oh, a friend. A friend? I gotta break more mirrors, though. I'm behind on my mirror breaking quota, it would seem. Those things are very well hidden, by the way. You have to really keep your eyeballs peeled. All 12 of them. Is this like rice mix? Rice-a-roni? It's very empty and sad. And everything is dead. I got a place where all my dreams are dead. Conduits, 217. Hallways, doorways, visible roots. Visible roots. Generators, seed pods, floors. Known unknowns? Attics, windows, 0. Mirrors, 865. Well, I have broken one mirror. It's for something, right? Oh, speaking of which. Battery. Fuck you, mirror. I showed that mirror who's boss. Big ass battery, by the way. Ass battery. What does it do? I guess we'll find out, hopefully. Use it to cook. What's that say? Ally. Goo. I don't know. I don't know what that says. I wonder, like, if you need all the little coffin icons or if you just need a satisfactory number of them. Expect to see lots of needless jumping as I gallivant about looking for these things. Bottles of... what was that? Something. Some kind of glass bottle. Green beans, maybe. I wonder what this battery goes to. This is a generator I missed. More boxes of something. Yeah, this grocery store is pretty light. It's pretty picked over, except for this one section back here. Oh, drinks, I guess. Nobody wants any beverages. Fanta and Red Bull and everything in between. You can see some legally distinct beverages. Hey, Black Magic's again. Thank you, my friend. Welcome back, Black Magic. Thank you. I think you raided me earlier. Thank you for a second raid all in one stream. Thank you, my friend. It's very generous of you, my dude. I appreciate all these raids, my man. You're very kind. I hope I'm not soaking up all the raids, all for my own selfish gain, but thank you, my friend. We're playing, this is the last game in Haunted Cities Volume 2. This is called Crimson Bough or Crimson Bog. It's B-O-U-G-H. So it occurs to me I don't know how to pronounce it necessarily. It's weird and spooky and ominous, as it should be. And I found a big-ass battery I'm trying to see where I can stick this. I'm trying to find a orifice that will accept my giant... yeah, I don't need to finish that sentence, but you know what I mean. So, looking for any kind of power source thing that needs a big ol' heckin' battery. Endurance race, things are going downhill. Oh, game crash, that's no good, man. Yeah, time to call... Yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. You're talking about Forza, right? For an endurance race where it's like, you're just trying to keep the game going. Because, yeah, if it crapped out and it's not playing nice, then yeah, it's... That's the time to pick it up another time. Yeah, okay. Is the game still good overall, though? Because I know a game crash is not great news, obviously, but... if the rest of it is still worthwhile, then I would consider it a net win. Oh, hold on. Did I just see something? I thought I saw like my little indicator pop up for a second. Maybe not. I think I was suffering from video game madness. Still liking it. Top 2,000 Black Magics. Hell yeah, dude. Some good shit. Starting off strong, baby. Have you played like a bunch of the other Forza games? It sounds like you were ready for this game to come out, so I'm guessing you're probably already like pretty experienced with the other games. Forza... It didn't take too much Forza 4play to butter up, to lubricate your... there's no way I can not make this weird. So I'm just gonna stop talking. An atypical experience, 48 hours old. Yeah, that's a fair point. You've put in the grind, my man. You put in the grind and you are seeing the numbers reflecting it. That is impressive. But I wouldn't blame you if you didn't work overdrive to maintain those numbers, because that's a lot to commit to. That is pretty sweet, though. Just leads outside. Yeah, I'm just kind of like combing through this area looking for things of interest and trinkets to collect. An adventure awaits. Huzzah. More rooms to check behind me. A lot of doors are locked, which is very selfish of them. Clearly, they should leave every room unlocked in case a video game person like myself wants to jump in and steal their shit. If I was a video game NPC, I would leave everything unlocked forever, so that the player character could get my shit after I've died. Because let's be honest, everyone in this video game is already dead. There's nobody alive. There's no survivors. I don't know what killed them, but nobody survived it. Whatever it was. 2 million of in-game cash, 500,000. Damn. Usually you only get 4 or 5, so the endurance ones are like beefy for the rewards. How long are the endurance matches, or races rather? Because I know in like Gran Turismo and some of those others, they are a slog. I mean, almost like they require a lot of endurance or something. Oh, more bloody bananas. Potato chips. Plantains? I don't know. Mirror. Fuck you, mirror. Thinking you can reflect things. Not on my watch. So yeah, I don't know what the bloody plantains are. I'm guessing they're cocoons. Similar to the metamorphosizing human body horror bullshit that we saw in the very first game in this pack, which was immaculate. That first game was so goddamn good. I loved it. And I want more like it. Ooh. Yes. 2 more where that came from, methinks. Aren't any... Wait, you made... Oh, wait, so... Wait, you created the endurance match? Or endurance race? So you can, like, make your own races? Longest race in the game. 12 minutes and added 9 more. Oh, okay, so you can, like, make your own endurance matches. Oh! Endurance races, right. That's cool. I just assumed that these were all, like, preset things, but that's really neat, actually. So, you birthed it. Like Magic's like, this is my child. I created it. I don't know why I'm in like a weird mood tonight, man. I think the video game madness is setting in and is doing buttery things to my brain. And also lots of body horror shit has infected my brain in other ways too. Slap happy mode. Yeah, I've all but entered the silly mode. The silly zone, rather. It is inevitable with these long-form marathons. Once the silly mode is entered, that is, it will likely remain that way until the stream is over. Jesus. Okay, never mind. I'm snapped out of silly mode. Now I'm in panic mode. What the fuck was that? Everything was like chill, and now things are like blinky. Fuck you, mirror. I'm collecting things, I guess. I'm collecting little coffin pieces and breaking mirrors as collectibles. I wonder, did the bananas... No, they're still here. Oh. 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 Okay. Big tree. We heard about the big tree. The big tree is significant in some way, but there's more to do. More to unlock. More things to find and batteries to stick into holes that are begging for them. Like a paper tearing? I thought it was like a light bulb popping. Like a glass shattering. Suck his dick. That's the correct answer. When in doubt, suck a dick. That's my motto. It's the Super Hobbit strat. Just find a phallic object and just fillet away. We already checked the grocery store. Does this have no entrance? It do. Battery. I'm sticking it in. Alex exclaimed with joy and maybe a little bit of surprise. It's way over here, but it's worth it. I'm rushing to stick it in as quickly and joyfully as I can. Bam. We're 2/3 the way through of, I guess, restoring power to the grid, maybe? There's an air siren over there. Or up there, rather. So, something to keep an eye out for. It was this house, this building over here, right? Dono incentive, custom artwork, Lambo. Oh, Lamborghini. Oh, okay. $10 right now. Drive around and do public races. The Pornhub. Oh, yes. But no one did it. Oh, dude. I love your idea, though. So a livery, I'm guessing, is like a live, like in-game driving session or something. Because I love the idea. This Pornhub logo displayed for all to see. For all to gander. So I got 6 of those things. 6 coffin tokens. I'll trade you a coffin token for 2 shattered mirrors. Or something. I like we have the 2 collectibles. I don't know what we're doing with them, but we're collecting them. And I'm able to do so. Custom colors, okay. Vinyls on the side. Oh, like, yeah, like vinyl, like decals, that kind of stuff. More banana corpses. Bloody banana slivers that are kind of rotten. Locked doors. Only some locked doors. Make your own, publish it. That's incredible. So, I'm expecting there to be thousands of dank memes then. So, more text. We haven't had a lot of text in this game. Oh, can I pick this one up, actually? Can I fuck up this mirror? I can. Really? I can't read this. Oh, wait. Oh. Gotta be just far enough away. Oh, it's kind of small text. There's a lot of it. Though the existence of such a creature is a common feature of many belief systems, the name of this is, I guess the name of the book this is from is called Greater Than We. Though the existence of such a creature is a common feature of many belief systems, most especially those which hold to concepts such as corporeal punishment, sacrifice of self to spirits, or other sacrifices of convenience such as fasting, though more commonly sacrifices of flesh, or underworlds and afterlives that exist as punishment for misdeeds committed during earthly existence, it is rare to see such a creature embodied in forms that are not in some way animal or humanoid. That's a long, single fucking sentence, by the way. Rarer still is it to see new creatures conceived at the community level in modern times existing outside of established theologies or belief systems. Though similar in practice to the flesh cults of the Southeast, they distinguish themselves in the relatively prosaic, almost pedestrian methods of practice, less like worship ritual and more like the daily function of a society which is deeply entrenched and the tacit acceptance of its own beliefs. One such example is the oft-cited community of Leech Bowl, Illinois. Hold up, I'm from Illinois. We played a game earlier that was called Leech Bowl, and it was kind of similar to this game, actually. Kind of similar. It is a factory town dedicated in its entirety to the production of leech meal. That's right, a food source of obvious implication extracted from visitors, transients, and in times of desperation, residents themselves, in order to simultaneously feed and honor a massive colony of subterranean parasitic annelids, which I'm pretty sure are leeches. While the term worship could be applied to this production and practice in strictest terms, it is more likely to be considered a duty or an even colloquially dubbed a daily grind. Speculation is ongoing to this day as to the origin of the creatures that are central to the practice, whether a shared belief in the existence of such beings resulted in their psychoreactive realization, or whether they had existed prior to the formation of the township and formation arriving in response to telepathic or superconscious transmission, which brought together the founders of the township at the appropriate location. With little consensus being reached on any side of the debate, and thus few advances were made towards similar determinations surrounding similar locations and similar practices towards similar entities. These fucking run-on sentences, oh my god. Well, they're not run-on, but they're enormous. Another recurring feature in such practices and communities is an ambiguity of instruction on the part of the entities central to the belief system. Like Skinner's superstitious pigeons, adherents of these systems frequently find themselves unclear as to what exactly is expected of them by their patron entities, and so engage in repetitious behaviors which seem to coincide with favorable results or responses, as well as frequent conducting painstaking observations of surroundings and the results of their routines in hopes of divining and thereby refine. It just keeps fucking going. So the notion that Leech Bowl, this second game from the first bundle, shares the same cinematic video game universe as this game, plays in a kind of similar sense and looks kind of similar. And that's not the first time there was an overlap between pack 1 and pack 2 of games. I don't know if they all occupy the same universe, but there is some link between them. And that's cool and weird. And I like that it was in Illinois, of all places. The game, that little breakdown we just read, sounded so, like, blasé about it. It's like, yeah, Leech Bowl, they worship fucking giant leeches, and that's normal, and they murder everybody to feed the leeches. It's like, homeboy, isn't that weird? And the game's like, nah, whatever, we're just gonna talk about it. So there it is. We're starting on this shit. This game and these games, it's been multiple packs of them, are fascinating, and I like them. They're kind of a mixed bag. Pack 1 had one game I liked, another game I thought was alright. Like, I liked the destination, or the journey, but the destination was kind of not great. And the third game I did not like. This is the second pack. The first game I adored. It was my favorite so far. The second game I thought was nice and tranquil and was a nice change of pace. The third one was okay. It was like memes. It was like quirky dialogue. It was just like, you know, funny, clever dialogue, and that was it. And then this one is reminding me of the second game from the previous pack, where I liked it, but the destination, the ending, I did not like at all. So I'm wondering where this is going and how it might end. That damn page. Yeah, there were two just gigantic sentences. They were grammatically correct, so I guess it wasn't a run-on sentence, but it was a fucking bear is what it was. That is 7 coffin collectibles. More banana corpses? Nope. Just big old heckin' leather couches and sad houseplants. It's a good couple of games. They're a mixed bag in every way between, I shouldn't say quality, but as far as how much I like them and the style of game and how scary it is and what kind of scary, and if it's scary at all in the case of the last couple of games. So if you like variety, the Haunted Cities packs are pretty impressive with the variety. It is like aggressively varied. Oh, almost missed that. So we're tied 7-7. There's the tree. I think the tree is our ultimate destination, as evident by the fact that We've read a couple things that reference the trees. There's a dirt path leading elsewhere. Hold on, let me... You know, no, let's check this now, actually. This dirt path. Where it go? It is very far away. It gives me time to drink my drink. Drink. Consummated. Well, I didn't stick my dick in it. Consumed. So what is this? Tentacles. Spikes protruding out of this bubbling thingamajig. It's a puzzle? Right, GG. Dare I walk into this mysterious garblety goop? I cannot. I cannot jump into it. Invisible walls abound. I've pressed those things and nothing happened, I hope. I committed correctly. I don't know. Game isn't yelling at me saying, "How dare you, Alex, you fool. You foolish fool." Does that just drop off? Hold on, I'm not gonna jump off the edge, but... Oh, I can't even if I wanted to. Oh, it's a pool of blood. An ocean of blood. Blood ocean. Oh, okay, well. I guess maybe that's the version of the game yelling at me. Exactly like that. You foolish fool. Yeah, I don't know. I will just go ahead and assume that we're just great. And everything's gravy, so... Alright, good puzzle that I may or may not have fucked up. I guess we'll find out eventually. Maybe it was just press all the things and worry not about the consequences. That large tree is so ominous. Just overlooking everything. But I know not what awaits. So we're in the process of checking this building right here. So I will do exactly that. There's a door in the tree. And that tree is gonna have some wild shit. Keeping an eye out for that last battery. Another named building. We've already explored that one. Oop. There. Yeah, that is very ominous, and I'm liking it. I'm digging it. That's my kind of jam when it comes to these kind of spooky times. Another one of these coffin remote control devices. Things. The world hasn't shifted anymore, which I guess is a good thing. That's not ominous at all. Can I move the chair? Nope, just puddle of blood. It's just there. Cool. Battery, yes. Just notice the tilings of the walls. A little bit odd, I would say. And I throw in the dumpster. All of my hard work for naught. Let's return this to the power station. It is black magic. So right, I just looked out the window. I'm gonna crack this window open over here. Not out yet, but it is rising. It is rising. Just like my yeast. I don't know why. That's where my brain went. So I'll plug the battery in a second. Before I approach this demon tree with rats dangling corpses. I don't know what that is. Okay. That was the last building. Let's plug the batteries in and see what happened. See what happened. I have no idea what to expect. Maybe good things, maybe bad things. My brain goes to yeast. Believe it or not, that was actually the first place that my brain went. But then I was like, I could make a dick joke, but those have been too numerous. Here we go. Bam. I either done good or real bad. But I done something. Lord help us all. So when I restore power, it immediately screams at us via the air siren. Air raid siren. Warning siren, whatever you want to call it. So, I'm sure that means when this place last lost power, it was definitely not in a bad state at all. Nope, nothing bad was happening here. Definitely not. Never heard of her. Having horrible things in a video game? Never heard of them. Still going, by the way. It's just faint because we're far away. I wonder if this puzzle is different now that we've turned the power on. It wouldn't make sense for it to be, but I want to try it. Basically, I'm wanting to try everything I can before I step in to the tree zone. I know not what awaits me inside the tree zone, but I intend to find out. Here's a kind of big tree. Not as big as that one, but similar. Survey says unchanged. Nothing is different. No interactions. No clickies. Nothing else is here. All right. I've seen this as through as I can onto the big tree. Thank goodness for this sprint button. Just come in clutch. It's just so overbearing. It's just this. It's like the Citadel in Half-Life 2. It's always there. You can always see it looming overhead. Imposing. That's the word. It's imposing. That's a table. Thought I saw something move. This is the upside down strange. Yeah, kinda. Same kind of vibes. I like this kind of spooky shit, honestly. 550. Damn. 550 hours in one day. This fucking lad. This mad lad. Another one of these dilly boppers. Hello. I like to. It's a little bit weird. Gotta be just far enough away to pick those up properly. More of this. Oh, it's like growing the. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought it was growing the tree. Because, yeah, more of these spiky boys. Like the experiment we saw earlier. There's only one way to go. There's actually two things to maybe try. I either go in here or I inspect the coffin at the very beginning that was very ornate. I don't know. I think I should go ahead and utilize this to see what happens. Oh. Sounds like Zen from Half-Life 1. Oh. I give you this portent. My teeth are barbed needles. 7 boils split open. Pox is narrowing his gaze. Game closed. I wonder what was in that coffin. I mean, knowing me, I probably didn't get every pickup, but I wonder what your reward is. Like, I wonder, you probably get something for getting all the pickups, but do I care enough to go through all of them? Probably not. This dick won't suck itself. I mean, not unless I try really hard. Yeah, that was, I liked that one. It was good. The problem is this game right here You can't see my monitor right now. I will show you, dear viewer. This game right here, it was called the Monastery. That one was so good. All the other games in this pack paled in comparison. It just, they do not hold up. Because that first one was too fucking good. I loved it so much. Holy moly, I want more like this. It was so incredible. I like that there was so much variety in this pack, though. Which I am very much down for.